Women can orgasm in multiple ways. Some once, some multiple times. Men, we're one-shot ponies. And that difference is why most men completely misunderstand sexual frustration. When men hear sexual frustration, they go straight to performance, frequency, stamina, technique. That's the mistake. Because sexual frustration isn't about how sex ends. It's about how desire starts and whether it ever fully engages. Men experience sex like a finish line. Women experience it like a process. And when that process breaks down, frustration shows up. Not always as a complaint. Sometimes as boredom. Sometimes as emotional distance. Sometimes as checking out. Here's a blind spot men ignore. You can be loyal, you can be hardworking, you can be consistent, and still slowly kill attraction. Because most men lead with responsibility instead of presence. Bills paid, life stable, everything handled, but the relationship feels flat. Conversations become transactional. Touch only shows up with intention. Everything becomes predictable. And desire dies in predictability. Now here's the uncomfortable part most men never hear. Sometimes her frustration doesn't begin in the bedroom. It begins with a quiet question she may never say out loud. Can he actually meet me here? Not just physically, energetically, emotionally, and relationally. That question alone changes desire. Because attraction doesn't negotiate with loyalty. It responds to presence. And this is where men need to grow up a little. She's sharing her body with you. The least you can do is make it worth her while. Not by performing, by being present. When sex starts feeling mechanical, frustration builds. And mechanical sex doesn't create connection. It creates resentment. Here's where men usually make it worse. They try harder in the bedroom, or they withdraw completely. Both moves communicate the same thing. I don't know how to hold tension without collapsing or chasing. That's not leadership. And desire doesn't respond to effort. It responds to polarity. Grounded presence, clear direction, confidence without needing an outcome. Let's kill another bad idea. This isn't about being more romantic. It's not about endless conversation about needs. And it's not about apologizing your way into intimacy. Talking about desire doesn't create desire. Atmosphere does. When you stop leading the emotional temperature of the relationship, frustration doesn't stay neutral. It mutates. It turns into boredom. It turns into emotional distance. It turns into checking out. And sometimes, quietly, it turns into comparison. Not action, awareness. Awareness that something is vitally missing. Here's a key line. Most affairs don't start with lust. They start with boredom that never got addressed. That's why this matters. Not to scare you, to wake you up. The solution isn't pressure or performance. It's presence without agenda, touch without expectation, playfulness without escalation, confidence without needing reassurance. Desire grows when it feels free, not managed. And when you get this right, here's what changes. Less tension, more natural intimacy, more respect, more desire that doesn't need negotiation. Not because you tried harder, because you showed up differently. One-shot men trying to solve a layered problem will always miss the point. If you want honest conversations men usually avoid until it's too late, follow an outlet for men. No pandering, just clarity.